So let's look at the supplier schedule. I'll first of all take you back to the update settings table, where we had a field that enables you to specify the names of all your suppliers, the ones that exist, and there's space for new ones. So you just type them in here, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. The people that supply you all the different feeds, that you buy, So it's always good, because sometimes they supply on credit, sometimes you owe them, and you want to. These things come up, and they can be very irritating when you get told by a supplier, you are owing me the equivalent monetary value for 10 bags, and you're saying, what do you mean, when? And I've seen this happen with clients, because they were under pressure. You had to get some bags from somebody, and they didn't have cash over the weekend, and then they forgot to pay the person. The person came back with a new supply and then asked for the old payment. So this allows you to keep track of it. You put their names in here, so you can actually generate a report for each person showing his or her up-to-date status, whether he's owing you or you are owing him or her. So you go back down to the purchases on the supplier schedule now. Okay, and basically we made entries for July, and we have now this will not be here in this monthly version. You would have removed this the minute you change this one to July. So but just let's use the names, because what the idea is that you have a month of data, okay, and you have the days entered into. So I'm going to just modify the dates here. I'll make this 1st of July, I'll make this one 3rd of July. So these entries, we're going to now understand how these controls work. This one won't work. It works only in the full-fledged application that has all the months in it. If you click this, it doesn't work, but this will work. So for instance, I want to say, I would like to see all the entries for 6th of July. Maybe somebody says, oh no, I supplied you on 6th of July. If the person supplied you on 6th of July, if you made your entries, then you will have all those details in this table. You would have made the entries. I should point out something here. In this place here, this should actually be the invoice number for that person. Okay, yes, I believe so. So this column here is where you will type your invoice number. But having said that, you use the date. So if you click on 6th of July, what happens is the application will hide all the other data and only show you the data relevant to that particular date you've chosen. Now, if you look at what has just happened now, it's showing you only one entry, because that's the only entry that has the date of 6th of July on it. Let's go back and choose 1st of July. It brings out the entry that has 1st of July next to it. You see that? Now, we can bring everything back up again and say show all. Okay, that is one aspect of it. The next thing I want to do, I just want to check something. Okay. Alright. Now, if you want to know how much you are owing, let's say who now? This man, Top Feed Ifaki. You scroll to the right. Okay, and in this column balance here, you say add balance formula. If you do that, so it shows that you're owing him 100,000. Why are you owing him 100,000? He or she supplied you feed at 200 quantity of 200 bags at the price of 500 naira each, and therefore you were supposed to pay 100,000 naira. You haven't done that because there's no entry here. Now, if you've done that, then you will need to post that entry here. Let's assume you didn't pay 100,000 in full, you paid 80,000. Alright, you put that in here. And how did you pay? Maybe on that day you had cash. You promised to do a transfer to complete it. So the person went with cash. Okay, so if you go, you see now the application is saying you are owing the person 20,000. So what happens is, let's say you want to say, okay, are we sure that that's what I'm owing this guy? Just come here and click. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. That's not Top Feed Upload, that's Top Feed Ifaki. Straight away, you can see owed by us to supplier 20,000. Scroll to the left. You see that it's showing Top Feed Ifaki 20,000. You can actually print this out for the person and say, Mr. Top Feed Ifaki, we're not owing you 100,000. We're owing you 20,000. You send this out to the printer. It's a bit in tiny print because of the volume of data it has to capture. But when you print it out, it's actually very legible. But because I want to try and make sure you can save paper. So, and this is something that you're supposed to use to kind of be like a kind of a reconciliation document. Okay, so once you've done that, you click show all to bring all the data back again, and that's how this page works. As I said before, I'm going to take you through in more detail on how to use this, but this is how the schedule works for suppliers. And it works very similar to the one for sales as well.